What's up, everybody? Joe White here, and haven't done a video in a while. Um, I know this is old news, but I had an entire video scheduled to be posted about my AEW Revolution experience. And it wasn't, I was there with my kids, so it was good. Anytime I get to spend time with my children, it's a good thing. But there was a certain person there, and you know who you are. So if you're listening to this, screw off. I hope you never go to another wrestling show again. But I could not do that video. I could not do it without, you know, Mama always used to say, if you can't say anything nice, don't say anything at all. So I'm choosing not to really say anything at all. Um, and I'll just leave it at that. I'll just leave it at that because it's definitely tuned away my experience. I will never go to another AEW show again. It's the same reason why I stopped going to indie shows. It's not the wrestlers, it's the fans. I can't stand being around those types of fans anymore. At least in WWE, when you go to WWE shows, you don't get that. I still maintain the fact that there is no casual fan anymore, but there's a certain etiquette that people follow at WWE shows that they don't follow at AEW shows or indie shows. It's like they lose all decorum. They lose all their manners, as it were. So I will not be going to any more AEW shows. I will not be going to any more indie events until fans learn to stop being jackasses. That's all I can say. Um, and to the fan who did disrupt my experience, thank you for getting us moved to better seats. That's all I can say. That's all I'll say. Um, Speaking of AEW, I was listening to Meltzer this morning. I listen to everybody. People go, oh, you listen to Meltzer. Yeah, I listen to everybody. Okay, I don't pay for it, but I do listen to it, and he just will not do it. He will not admit it. He will not admit it that Tony Khan can't book. He will. He just won't say anything negative about the man. He'll criticize him, but never has Meltzer came out and said Tony Khan just needs to give the book up. Tony Khan is making mistakes. Instead, he comes out, him and Alvarez are talking about big business coming up this Wednesday in Boston. They've sold about maybe 3,000 tickets, or actually about 7,000 tickets, okay? So it's drawn more than a normal show would. The problem is they have not promoted Mercedes Moné at all. They've made no. They're relying on the CM Punk factor, and it's not working. Not working at all. Um, if it was working, they would be selling that place out. Was it the TD Garden? I think is what it is. Isn't that where they're at? Isn't that Boston? Anyway, who cares? Point is, it's not sold out. Um, and he just can't admit it. He admits. He goes. Meltzer's like, well, and he gives this chuckle like, I don't get it. I don't go does a stuttering shit that he does because he's an old fart who can't. He doesn't reckon he's out of touch. He likes to think he's in touch because he jumps for joy over the Young Bucks. You're not in touch anymore, man. You don't know your own audience. You don't even know your own audience, let alone AEW's audience, let alone professional wrestling's audience. You still think, you and that damn dunce of an idiot Alvarez, you two actually think that there's casual fans left in wrestling. The only casual fans in wrestling are under the age of 10. And even then, I'm not even so sure what percentage of them are quote unquote casual. A casual fan, for me, my opinion, and opinions are like you know what, everybody's got one. A casual fan is somebody who does not read the dirt sheets, does not go on YouTube and search for news, does not go on the internet. They watch it, they cheer, they boo. It's still real to them partially. They know it's fake. They know it's predetermined. But they don't go out of their way to look at spoilers or news or anything like that. That is a casual fan. Okay? I'm a casual fan of baseball. I'll watch a game, but I can't tell you who had the highest damn batting average for the Yankees in 1978. I don't care that much. A casual fan does not care about wrestling so much that they'll watch it every week and they'll watch it if it's on, but they're not going to go out of their way to go on the internet or go on YouTube and well, YouTube is the internet, but I mean, you know what I mean. They're not going to go out of their way to look at Meltzer or any of the aggregate sites or anything else, Fightful, whatever the case may be, PW Insider. They're not going to go out of their way to look at that. And they're not going to go out of their way to look at YouTubers who do nothing but regurgitate Meltzer shit. You know, welcome to Wrestling Days. I'm the stupid Brit who regurgitates Meltzer and Fightful so you don't have to pay for it. And does it badly, I might add. Anyway, AEW's audience, okay, is made up entirely of those fans. There are no casual fans in AEW. Nobody can convince me otherwise. There are no casual fans. And there are very little casual fans watching WWE. I will say, again, and I've said this before on the channel, so it's not like I'm saying anything new, but about 80 to 90% of WWE's audience are not casual fans. Okay? And then, you know, aside from the fact that he just can't come out and admit it, he gives a little stammer and a little snicker. Like, man, like you can hear it in his voice. I really want to say this idiot, this cokehead can't book, but if I do, it's going to cost me my friendship with the Bucks. I really can't criticize him because I don't want to lose my friends. I got that access media thing going on. And I can't be a real journalist or a real pundit and give my unbiased opinion. I just can't do it. He just can't do it. I can admit when AEW does something right. I praised MJF all year last year. I praised when they did put CM Punk in. Go back on the channel and look at it. We sat there and swooned over that damn moment. And his entire AEW run. So then fast forward to when they're reviewing Raw and they get to the Maxine Dupri segment. Maxine Dupri and Ivy Nile versus Caden, Candice LeRae and Indy Hartwell, who's underrated. I like me some Indy Hartwell. But anyway, if you did not see the match, well, let's back up. Last weekend, not this past weekend, but the weekend before, at a house show, or it may even be the weekend before that, at a house show, Maxine Dupri, who can't wrestle, she gets a B for effort. Okay, she's trying. She's been in there and she's took the bumps and she's trying to pay her dues. But let's face it, the moment that LA Knight became LA Knight again, instead of Max Dupri or whatever his damn name was, the moment that male model shit got dropped, she should have been sent back to NXT. And I'm not talking the TV show. I'm talking she should have been sent back down to the Performance Center. Say, hey, you need some more seasoning. We're going to send you back down to developmental. Here you go. But no, they didn't do that. They put her with Otis and Chad Gable. And her job is to sit there and be the eye candy. And she's, well, I won't go there, but, you know, she's there to be the eye candy. So when she does, she wrestled at a house show, and the people booed her. There was one fan at the entranceway booing her, telling her, hey, don't come back. You suck. And then, of course, all the females, including Rhea Ripley, get on social media and blast their woke bullshit of, oh, I wish you would get criticized every time you were entering into a new business. Here's the problem. She should not be there. Not yet. She should not be put in that, only way she's gonna get better is she goes out there and work. Go run the fucking coconut loop in NXT for about 2-3 years if you want to work and get better. Go back. She should not be there where she's at. She brings nothing to the table at all to that team. At all. And what? We're not allowed to boo and cheer anymore? You wouldn't do that to a football player if let's see, quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes goes out there and starts throwing interception after interception after interception, or even like that. Rookie quarterback. Let's say a rookie quarterback comes right up from college and starts throwing interception after interception after interception and gets sacked every damn play. What would you say? You would say he sucks. And that he doesn't deserve to be there. He doesn't deserve to be making that kind of money. He needs to be, goodbye. Go play in Europe. Go play in the Arena League for a while. That would be okay. But if we do that to a female wrestler who fucking can't work a damn lick, couldn't wrestle her way out of a wet paper bag, and that's not okay. We can't do that. What kind of world it's fucking pro wrestling? So what does WWE do? What does WWE do? They make an angle out of it because the goddamn footage of this fan telling her to screw off and her looking shook about it. That's another thing. It's professional wrestling. You can't have but so many, you can't be but so soft. So she looks visibly shaken. And so they've taken this and they've used it as an angle. During the match, she goes for the stupid freaking reverse worm. And Candice LeRae stops her and goes, she's not taking that. Meaning Indy Hartwell. Because she was doing the move to Indy Hartwell. Now, do I agree with the insider terms on she's not taking that? Somewhat, yeah. Because everybody knows those terms now. Everybody and their mother knows what going over means. Everybody and their mother knows what a heel and a babyface is. Okay? Again, no casual fans. So she says, oh, she's not taking that. You suck. You don't deserve to be here. Good thing your dead brother isn't here. And apparently now the dead brother line, I'll get to that. But, your dead brother isn't here to see how much you suck. If you think people are making fun of you on the internet, why don't you daggone see what we'd say to you in the locker room? So they're turning a clip that has gone viral within the wrestling community, which is all who watch, and they're turning it into an angle. It's smart of them to do this. Okay? But Dave Meltzer And all these other, it ain't just Meltzer. I've seen other pundits do this too. Meltzer and that fucking dunce Alvarez. I'm gonna start calling them Boomer and the Dunce, because that's what they are. You're an old damn baby boomer who's out of touch with your own audience, your own subscriber base. Boomer and the Dunce. It's kind of like Pinky and the Brain, but more retarded. Yeah, I said it. Come at me. I don't give a shit. Anyway, I'm not monetized. I don't have anything to worry about. So Boomer and the Dunce start dissecting this segment. Nobody's watched that Twitter clip. Dude, again, you don't know your own audience. My 14-year-old son, ever since he was about 11 years old, has gone on YouTube. If you type in WWE on YouTube, hell, I'll do it right now. I'll do it right now. If you go to YouTube, type in WWE, the very first thing you get is Wrestling Inc. Well, you get the WWE channel on there, but if you keep scrolling down, the first thing you get is Wrestling Inc. talking about John Cena at the Oscars. You get Post Wrestling talking about the Vince McMahon scandal. You get MMA Weekly. You get the Solomon. Solomon, I'm watching you. I'm still watching you, Solomon. You get Wrestling Play. You get Geekdom 101. Shout out to my boy Danny. You all you got to do is go on YouTube and they've already what? Hello. Your target audience is doing this. Again, there is no casual fan. Not anymore. There's 80% of your audience is going on YouTube, whether it be kids, women, grown men, and they're looking at this. So they've seen the clip. They've seen the pundits dissect the clip. They've seen the woke idiots like John Pollock and that idiot that he's with, Wei Ting, give their woke ass perspective. Oh, you shouldn't be doing this. And then they turn around and they watch Jim Cornette go, it's fucking wrestling. They didn't say anything out of the way to the woman. So there you go. They're smart. Hell, it makes me wonder, as a wrestling fan, if that fan from that house show and that clip going viral and everything, if that was a plant. If it is, good job. If it ain't, good job on capitalizing on it. So now what if they were smart, what they would do is go, hey, this is where all this stems from. 3 weeks ago at a WWE live event in XYZ town, Paducah, Kentucky, this is what happened. Fans were chanting, do not come back, and criticizing her in-ring work. Then she goes on to Raw and tries to get better, and Candice LeRae, who has seen the clip, brings up her dead brother. And for those who don't know, they should have Maxine Dupri in the ring. God help us if they do this because it's her, but cutting a promo talking about her dead brother. How her brother was a damn handicapped person and got killed in a car crash at 20-something years old. Tug at the heartstrings a little. Fans are still going to boo you. It doesn't change the fact that you suck at your in the ring, but there you go. I mean, once again, the pundits are just, they're out of touch with their own audience. Meltzer does not know his own audience. He thinks they're all a bunch of 40-year-old virgins sitting in their recliners with stopwatches and going, oh, I don't live my life on the internet. That's what Alvarez says. The dunce. Boomer and the dunce. The dunce says, oh, I sound like Trump right there. He's a dunce. Boomer and the dunce. Anyway, I can't do a Trump impression. They're like pundits. These play fake news. Anyway. I would love to see Trump go after Alvarez. I'm not a Trump supporter, but that would be damn entertaining. You got to admit, to see him go after Meltzer would be damn entertaining. Okay, if Trump is if he's an idiot, but he has his moments. And for those Republicans sitting there going, "Oh, you hate Trump," I don't like Biden either, because people are saying, "Oh, Sleepy Joe woke up." No, he didn't. But he escalated into Zombie Joe. He's now Zombie Joe. But anyway, they don't know their own audience, and they're sitting there going, "I don't live my life on YouTube or the internet, and I can't imagine anybody else does either." You idiot, you moron! You have no idea how much kids today cling to their laptops and their phones and their video games, and you have no idea how much these kids actually live their lives on the internet. It's sad. It's so much so that I've tried to get my son to cut back on it. You have no idea. I've seen 3-year-olds in strollers at stores with a phone in their hand. I'm not going to go off on a rant on how stupid that is, but I mean, it happens. So they may not be watching and listening to you anymore, Boomer and the Dunce, but they're out there watching people like Wrestling Inc., Fightful, anybody else on YouTube, because they don't have to pay for that. So that's just my opinion of the idiocracy of not knowing your audience. And for anybody who uses the term casual fan, stop. Because it doesn't exist hardly anymore. It's a dying breed. It's been a dying breed for the last 15 years. So that's just my opinion on Boomer and the Dunce. Remember, folks, if you see a big rig on the road, give us plenty of room. Do not tailgate us. Let us over if we need to get over. Go the speed limit. Use your signals. If you can't see our mirrors, we can't see you, and we'll see you down the road.